What's up, fellow classers? It's Apollyon here, and I wanted to do another war recap with some really good attacks that we had from 12v12, 11v11, and 10v10. Just about 5 attacks to go through. On our latest war was just a random spin versus OneHive. Really good war. It was close all the way to the end, so props to OneHive. Good, everybody knows who they are as well, just like WHF and WHF2. So let's go ahead and get right into it, and we'll look at some a 12v12 attack here by Lad, and he's going to do the Bowler Witch attack with tons of giants. You've got the Asian wall of giants that you can send in. Wall wreckers going in at 7 o'clock, and then just a whole bunch of giants coming in from 6 to 9 with some witches and bowlers on the corners, and then sending some bowlers and witches in the center, letting that wall wrecker go all the way towards the town hall and the eagle artillery. But he's going to have a couple of jumps to get through, because this wall wrecker was the first thing to tank, and not using any golems, just pure giants. So we have a dragon, a baby dragon, and a lava hound in the enemy CC, dropping a poison on that and just pushing everything through the base. We've got witches and bowlers coming up at the flank at 5 o'clock, and then we've got a couple of witches that I think are going to die off at about 10. So we're just pushing through the base, drop the second jump again, and we have one more rage. We still have the eagle, the Inferno Tower up all the way at the 3 o'clock side, and we pop our warden ability. So really nice holding on to that all the way towards the end, just knowing you can use it at that point. And it's not quite about cleanup at this time, because we still have a couple of defenses. We've got that Troll Tesla at 3 o'clock, and then we've got this Wizard Tower all the way at 3 as well. But fortunately, the Bowler Bounce will take care of that and basically soak up the splash damage to keep it away from the witches and those skellies. And then we have a queen with full health and ability, only 1 point defense and 1 splash defense left. That queen can pop her ability right there and take care of that, and we can go ahead and fast forward it and just watch up as we clean up the rest of the base. So really nice attack there, and nice to see that done. There's your troop composition with bowlers in the wall wrecker or CC, and we will scroll down a little bit to number 8, and we'll check out Sky hitting this base with Go Boho. So just using golems to do the funneling, and with with wizards behind it, and we've got some bowlers, and then we also have hogs to basically clean up the rest of the back end with 4 heals. So we've got a jump and a rage that we can use on our kill squad, as we're using a semi a low kill squad, not using a very heavy one, just about 6 bowlers, king, queen, a couple wizards, and the Grand Warden pops the ability there, because we really need to take care of the CC, and we need to take care of the enemy queen. Drop in a jump there to help push through, just in case the queen did not jump. The king has access to her without a problem. He uses the ability, takes care of the queen, and once that enemy queen goes down, we can send in our hogs to go ahead and at 8 o'clock and just basically do the L shape and come across the entire base and stand in heals basically the whole time. Some really nice heals are dropped here as well, so everything's going very good. We have a Tesla farm there at about the 2 o'clock core, and we still have 2 more heals to push through this base. Sorry, I think we're going to split them up, the hogs here. So we're going to definitely heal over that Tesla farm. And we have 1 more to heal, kind of wherever we want, probably back around that Inferno Tower again. There we go. So we're kind of double healing, just helping the hogs push through. We do have some skellies in that skelly trap that are being a little bit annoying, and they're just whittling away on the hogs. But fortunately, standing in heals or jumping in heals or hitting in heals, it's going to make it a little bit easier. And the Warden also helps them out with mitigating that damage. So we've got that pretty well done. We've got the queen that is swagging an ability here, taking out the town hall, and then all the rest of the base is cleaned. So there's your composition there as well. We're using Valks in the CC this time. And we'll look at one more 11v11, and that's coming here with the same style of attack. We've got another Go Boho, but we're using an Electro Dragon for that funneling. We've seen that in some of the other videos, and the awesome thing about this is the Electro Dragon gets an insane amount of value on this particular attack. I think we're starting it at noon, and that Electro Dragon is going to make it all the way across the entire base, all the way to 9 o'clock and down to 6 o'clock, and I believe it lives through the entire raid. So just an amazing value for the 30 troop space to get all those buildings and still live through it. So we've got our King and Queen coming in through the 1 o'clock with a wall wrecker, breaking the walls down and allowing it to take out this whole entire expo farm. And we've got the King and Queen still moving into the core. The enemy CC is down, and we've popped the Warden ability to take care of that Inferno Tower. Let's see, did we already take care of the enemy queen? I think, yeah, the enemy queen is down as well, so I didn't notice that was on the push in there. So we can start the hogs at any time at right now, because we've got so much of the space already wrecked, already 33%, so exactly 1/3 is down, and then we can send our hogs in to take care of the rest of the space with 3 more heals. And just take a look at that Electro Dragon. It is very low on health, but there is no more defenses, so as long as it doesn't step into a SAM or maybe 2 or 3 air bombs, it's all good. It's going to be able to live through. Queen still has her ability, takes care of that minor Tesla farm with 2 Teslas in that core. Has to pop the ability once the Inferno Tower triggers on top of her, and if she can just mitigate the damage, if it can target the little archers, there we go, she can shoot through it, and then the hogs can continue to go towards 3 o'clock, and they've got 1 more heal to cover all that splash damage and point damage, which is quite a bit. They've got the bomb tower, which will explode, and then the wizard tower, which will do splash damage. The Grand Warden will continue to help with his aura around them, and everything else is going fine. So very, very similar to the last attack. But look at that Electro Dragon. We have barely, I think, not even a sliver of health left. But everything's going very, very well, and the Electro Dragon will help out with the cleanup as well as the rest of those hogs. So we'll go fast forward, and we'll get that 3 stars. There's your troop composition right there. And now we'll look at a couple 10v10s. And I wanted to do things a little different on this one because I wanted to just focus on those attacks that were fresh hits. So I'm going to look at 2 10v10s that were fresh hits, so I have no idea of any of the traps, no idea of any of the CC composition or anything like that, the enemy CC composition. So we'll use the first one as a La Lune with a blimp as the siege machine, because what this is going to do is not only is it going to take out that group of the defenses at 4 o'clock, it's also going to see if any of the troops in the CC are air targeting, and it looks like none of them are. I have no idea what's in the CD. Probably a La Lune, maybe even a Golem, and I think we had one that had a Golem and a Giant or something like that, or Giant Golem and a Loon. So any of those things, and we've got the King Queen being able to take care of all of these 3 o'clock defenses. Queen still has abilities, is going to take care of those skellies, and it's going to have to pop it, and I don't think we're going to get too much more value. I think we might get that Wiz Tower. There we go. And then we can start our La Lune at 6 o'clock, just coming in, and I think we have, yeah, we have 3 Lava Hounds and just a whole bunch of Loons to get through the core. We do have to take out that Queen that's in the core there, and we're using a rage to get those Loons into the core. We're using a second rage, and that is for the Skelly spell, which also will help affect these Loons as they make their way in towards the 9 o'clock core. And we're just pushing through the rest of the base here, is taking out some of the sweepers, and then we'll go and have the dual split with the Lava Hound still up, and no more air defenses to take that down. And we do have a bunch of point defenses that are not going to really do too much to that balloon. We really want that La Lune or that Lava Hound to pop. That might not happen just because it's got so much health left, but maybe possibly as it gets towards this expo, who knows. But it looks like the Loons are catching up to it. There we go. It's back onto the Lava Hound, but I still don't think it's going to pop. So that will have to that would have to hit a Seeking Your Mind in order to do that. So we've got just a handful of pups and some minions, but we have plenty of time, a minute and a half. So we'll go and speed things up. Actually 4 speed, so we can watch all the cleanup. He has some really nice splits between the minions, the pups, and the Loons, and then we just have to worry about that bottom 4 o'clock. And then finally that Lava Hound does get popped by the Seeking Air Mine and takes care of the rest of the buildings. All right, last one. Let's look at 22. Another fresh hit by Sinister, and we're gonna do a Bowler Witch attack here. I think only using one golem there at the 3:30, 4 o'clock, and then using the wall wrecker to get in, and just again an Asian wall of witches and bowlers all the way from 3 o'clock until 6 o'clock. And we have a jump because that wall wrecker, I guess, is not supposed to make it that far. It has to deal with the CC on top of it. Using a heal for those bowlers as they step into the core. And I think we're going to use a rage as well. And we're jumping right on top of that CC, which is going to open the entire base except for the 12 o'clock area. So just really, really nice. Another heal to push those bowlers through, the witches and the skellies. And I think we popped the king ability. I think he's still up right now, but yeah, I think he's still up, and I think he's just about ready to go down. Um, Actually, oh no, he's all the way up in the 9 o'clock area, so he's got full health. He's not going to go down. I thought it was a giant and not him. So anyway, we've got tons of troops coming around both of the flanks, which is the big deal. The queen still has full health, although we use the ability, but we're going to have some witches and some skellies come in here and help out the defense and check out how much health she has. All we need is that expo to go down, and it's going to go down just in the nick of time. She has almost 0 health left, but it's just enough to take care of these archer towers. And as long as we don't hit any small bombs or giant bombs, everything's going to go fine with that. We've got a whole bunch of bowlers and witches coming up behind the king, which is easily going to be able to take care of that Tesla. And then that's the only defense left. And after that, we just have a couple of buildings to take care of. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I do like the war recaps because I can cover a lot different town hall attacks and different strategies as well. So let me know if there's a specific strategy that you guys are looking for that you want to focus on, or any specific town hall versus town hall. And if you want to see dips, I can show them too, although in my opinion they're just not as fun and you don't really learn that much from dips. But I mean, a 12v11 dip or 11v10 dip is always something that you're going to need to do and throughout war. So anyway, go ahead and use your friendly challenges to continue to practice all these different styles, learn a timing, a composition, attack strat, and get those 6-star clan wars and practice those 3-star attacks.